guys, and welcome to today's video. As the title may have already told you, this video is a makeup for beginners starter kit guide. In today's video, I'm going to give you my mini reviews and selection of products that I think are worth going ahead and purchasing and putting into your starters beginners makeup kit across all different categories. I'm going to start out with doing foundations, concealers, powders, highlighters, contours, all other categories that you can think of that I think are worth having in your makeup kit. All the makeup I'm going to tell you about in today's video is makeup that I have tried, used, owned. You will see that as we go along the way. There will be mini reviews, and don't worry, I will be giving options for different skin types, which is so important because all of us have different skin types and the same products may not work for everyone. So I am going to try and give you guys options for that as well. Every single product over here is also going to be under 1,000 rupees. So this is like sort of on a budget. So I really hope you guys will enjoy this because there's a lot of thought, effort, listing, kind of like replaying everything in my head that has gone into the prep for this video. Let's not make this intro any longer and let's dive right in. Okay, so first things first that I actually want to tell you over here is that I've already done an affordable makeup video under 500 rupees. So if your budget per product is 500 rupees, that video that's linked in here as well as in the description section down below is for you. In this video, everything's going to be under 1,000 rupees. Everything is going to be from the drugstore and affordable category as well. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and start off with the products. The first product I think we should begin with, I'm going to try and do this in the order of how you wear your makeup. So the first product I'm going to start out with is a primer. Okay, so for the primer, completely coincidentally, this is not a sponsored video at all. Both the options I have over here are from Color Bar. I have the Color Bar Perfect Match Primer on one hand that is a little bit mattifying, that works really well across all skin types, but it gives you a matte finish. And the other option that I have over here is the Color Bar Perfect Selfie Primer Oil. I'm actually wearing this one on my face today. I personally really like this because I think it gives me, especially as someone with dry skin, it gives me the flexibility to build a matte or dewy look with the help of this primer. Both of these primers in my experience have really done a good job in holding on to that makeup really nicely on my face and making it look like super fresh. I've literally used 4 or 5 of these at this point. I've even lost the dhakkan for it, unfortunately, and I have one more in my stock box already. I do really like it. From the drugstore category, these are easily my favorite primers out there, and I will even go so far as to say that this one is a dupe for the Smashbox primer, which also does a really fab job. Okay, after primer, we usually wear foundation. So for the foundation, I actually want to give you not 2, but I want to give you 3 options, just because I feel all 3 of these are worth mentioning. They're really good, and the kind of finish you can get from each of these foundations is totally different. So first off, I want to start with the most expected, most cliched, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. Now this actually works really well for normal to oily skin. However, as someone who has normal to dry skin over here, I can tell you that you can make this work. If you want to use this as a dry skin girl, my suggestion for you would be probably to use a slightly oil-based primer, which is not chip or anything, but it's an oil-based primer. Or you could just use any dewy-based primer. Another simple tip I will give you if you're a dry skin girl is to make sure you really moisturize and prep your skin before you use this. I love this Maybelline Fit Me foundation. The shade I wear, in case you're curious, is 310 Sun Beige, and it works really beautifully for me. The next foundation I'm going to suggest is actually one that I've done a detailed wear test for. This one over here is the LAKME 95 Primer and Matte Foundation. Now when I got my hands on this foundation, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit skeptical, which is why I did that detailed wear test. I'm linking that in for you guys over here and in the description section down below. To me, this foundation was just such a surprise. It's something that you can wear very naturally. It looked like second skin on your face, and it's something that you can really build up as well. This is a common theme. If you're an OG watcher, if this is the first time you're on my channel, welcome to my channel. But if you're someone who watches my videos regularly, you know that for me, it's really important to buy makeup products that are minimal and buildable. So that's a little bit of a non-negotiable for me to really like a makeup product. And for me, this one does that beautifully. I also just want to say that the full coverage on this is really not a full coverage. It doesn't get cakey. Of course, I don't recommend something like this for your wedding day, definitely not. But for the daily, this is really good, and I've actually tested this without the primer even, and it does really well. The third foundation that I'm going to recommend is something that I think will work really well if you're looking to get glam. I reach for this very often, and it's just something that I think has this beautiful matte finish. But for me, when I reach out for a matte foundation, you may have noticed that 2 out of these 3 foundations are actually matte finish foundations, and I have dry skin. It's just that I make sure I hydrate my skin really well. There are a lot of matte foundations out there in the market, so I take it upon myself to sift through and take matte foundations that still work for me on my dry skin days. The matte foundation I have reached for today that I'm about to share with you is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Matte Cover Foundation. This actually is their revised formula from their Infallible foundation. I've tried that. I've been a big fan of that. So this one had really high expectations for me to kind of be impressed with it, and I was. This again, even though it's super matte, if you use minimal product, it can give you just that smoothened out look on your skin with a matte finish. So if you're someone who's starting out, don't think that, oh, because I'm starting out, I should only reach for the natural foundations. No, you can opt for something like this, which is very medium to buildable to actual full coverage. Like this, which I think could do really well. I just want to kind of put it out there that a lot of people who are starting out makeup, like you're just getting used to wearing makeup regularly, you've used the lockdown to better your makeup skills or something like that. I just want to say that don't restrict yourself because you think, oh, I don't know how to use that yet. Get your hands on that product so long as it's pocket friendly for you, and try to work with it. I feel like that just applies to so many things with life also, I feel, where you just get your hands on it and figure out if you can work with it and how you might be able to actually hone that really well over a period of time. I think we're going to go over to my favorite makeup product. I have a favorite. I didn't realize I had a makeup favorite till right now. Okay, concealers. I cannot live without a concealer because you guys know I have really bad dark circles. I may skip a foundation on my lazy makeup days, but I will never skip concealer. Before I dive into just showing you exactly which concealers I have over here, may I please remind you guys to please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn those bell notifications on. The stats tell me that a lot of you who are watching my videos are actually not subscribers. You're probably relying on the algorithm to pop my video up. Please don't do that. Please go ahead and join the fam as a small content creator on YouTube over here. It means the world to me if you guys officially join the Wear fam, hit that button, and I know that you will keep coming back for more that way. And it also helps my channel become more discoverable, to be honest, not gonna lie. Okay, so I have 2 concealers selected over here, and I'm going to walk you through what I find unique about each of them. First of all, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer over here. Now, this one was a very pleasant surprise. I wear tested the foundation for this. Unfortunately, that did not fare very well, but the concealer turned out to be absolutely fabulous. It is something that lasts really nice and long hours, and it's not completely matte, which is nice because if you're looking for just a naturalish finish, this should help you with that. It's also really easy to work with. So for all of the beginners out there, keep in mind this one is not just easy on the pocket, it's also really great quality to work with. The next option I have over here is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Concealer. Now this concealer, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up, especially if you're a beginner. This is super pigmented. So while it's really easy to work with, I would highly recommend if you're using it for the first time, use very little and see how much you actually need. It's very pigmented, so it's something that you just don't need too much of, which is really great. But I wear the shade 312 Amber in this one, if I remember correctly. Yep, 312 Amber. Sometimes I might also reach for a 313, but it's a really great concealer. It not just conceals your dark circles, but it also highlights them for that little under eye brightened wala feel, which is really nice. So after wearing your concealer, typically you go ahead and set your concealer. To be very honest, this one was a no-brainer. Those of you who've been following my videos for a while will know exactly what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. In the drugstore category, there's just nothing that works as good as this. It's absolutely brilliant. It is not very finely milled, so I don't want to make it sound like it's a luxurious finished product. It's not, but it's something that for drugstore category and the pricing that it has is really, really great. There aren't too many shade options available for it in India, unfortunately. Overseas they have a lot more shades for it. I wear the shade 25 medium. However, I mean, since I'm saying that, I also want to go ahead and give you one more option. I feel like I should say this option, even though it's a little bit more expensive than this, but it's under 1,000 rupees. The K Beauty loose powder is also something that is just really, really great. I wear the shade olive and I feel like it's good to set its bake as well. And this one is really finely milled. Now, if you have dry skin, I don't recommend the Maybelline. If you have dry skin, I'll recommend the K Beauty one. But if you have oily skin, I will hands down recommend the Maybelline one. So it really depends on your needs. Apart from that, I'm also going to go ahead and tell you, you cannot bake with the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. With this one you can bake, so depending on what you're trying to do with the product, select accordingly. अच्छा, अब करते हैं contour and highlighter. I actually have a really cool 2-in-1 over here for you, and this one is from Color Bar. Is that the third Color Bar product? Yep, that's the third Color Bar product that I've reached for coincidentally. This is a contour and highlighter. I'm actually wearing it right now and it just works beautifully for, like, if you're around my skin tone, don't even think twice and just get this. The contour is something that you can start off as mild, but it's also something you can really build up for that snatched, chiseled look. Also, there's a lot of product in here. Like, this is my second one. The one I've used before this lasted me like over a year, if I remember correctly, and I used to use it very, very often. So that's really saying something. The highlighter is also really nice, so I definitely want to throw that in as the highlighter option. But for me, in this like duo palette, what really stands out is how beautiful the contour powder is for me. Okay, after you add your contour, you go over to making sure your face doesn't look completely wiped of all of its natural color, which is where we go into blush. The blush option I have for you is the Diva Duo from Biotique Natural Makeup. I have to say that I was extremely impressed with this the first time I used it. I didn't have to work too hard with it at all, and in fact it was something that was fairly buildable as well. It will be particularly good for you if your skin tone is close to mine. If you are a couple of tones darker than me, then this might not work for you, but it does have a really great formula and just something that instantly adds that really nice color to your face that doesn't look made up, and at the same time, like, just looks really nice. It looks like I pinched my cheeks, in all honesty, and I mix both of them together while applying them. I don't bother selecting either one. I just give it a nice mix, a swirl, and then I apply it on the apples of my cheeks or around this area over here for a little more lifted look. Okay, so now let's go over to eyeliner, and I think eyeliner is something that's really personal for everyone. There are a lot of people out there that don't like the wing liner. A lot of beginners might not even have completely aced the wing liner as well, right? Now, I feel when it comes to felt tips and liquid liners and gel pots, everyone has opinions of their own. In my opinion, when I was starting out, like just kind of getting used to wearing makeup, the formulas that really worked for me were gel formulas, and to date, I love a good gel pot. I'm also a little bit biased towards felt tips, but gel pots are just that classic that I keep finding myself going back to. The gel pots that I'm recommending to you today are both from L'Oreal as well as Maybelline. One is priced a little over the other, but they have a very similar formula. They're both really, really easy to work with. Personally, I do lean a little bit more towards the L'Oreal one, just because I find that it lasts on my face smudge free a little bit longer than the Maybelline one. But if you're looking at saving a little bit of money, the Maybelline one is not bad at all. Both of these gel pots dry down really nicely matte on your eyes, and if you are going to wear that wing liner, then they give that really nice finished look. A little tip I want to give you when you're working with these: avoid working with a pointed brush. I would actually recommend you work with an angled brush, like an eyebrow brush. They work really well with both of these gel pots. Okay, let's go over to the mascara next, because everyone likes really nice lashes. What I have over here for you is the Lotus Makeup Mascara. If you're looking for a really nice natural look, something that you can very easily just put on your eyes, on your upper and lower lashes, and get a very nice smoothed finish. But it's very, very natural, of course. It's beginners, so I'm throwing in a natural option over here. Then I would highly recommend this Lotus mascara. If you do, however, want your lashes to look very full volume, very curled, maybe even without curling, then the product I'm going to recommend to you is going to be Lash Paradise from L'Oreal Paris. This is a mascara I've talked about multiple times. It is one of my go-to mascaras. It makes my lashes look like Barbie's lashes, especially the lower lashes, because it just gets that instant volume and curl. The upper lashes as well, but when you see that difference on your lower lashes, they just become so much more prominent. A lot of people also in the beginner especially, please keep in mind, sometimes people tend to forget to apply mascara on their lower lashes. I'm guilty of that. I used to be guilty of that when I started wearing makeup regularly. Please don't do that. Make sure you apply your mascara on your upper as well as lower lashes. Acha, I think I forgot to mention brows altogether up until now. The brow product I've selected to share with you guys today is the Nykaa Brow Girl. This is a really great product, especially because it's not just like a pencil. The pencil end of it actually comes in a little triangular shape, which gives you precision over your eyebrows, as well as if you want to go and just fill them in a little bit quicker. The entire triangle of the pencil in itself comes in really handy. Of course, it has a spoolie on the other side, which only makes the process that much simpler. The shade I wear this in is Bewitched Chestnut. Okay, I think we're down to the last two products for I think we're down to the last two product categories for this video. Let's go into lipsticks, and for the lipsticks I have two options over here. So number one, I wanted to pick a lipstick that was available in very many shades so that you had options to choose from. Everyone over here, I'm sure watching, has different skin complexions, different undertones, and very importantly, different preferences. So I wanted to make sure I selected something that you had options for, and secondly, I wanted to make sure that there was something that was really wow about the kind of lipstick that I was recommending, because I fully understand that as beginners, lipsticks are just so important to us. So the first one that I have over here is the Maybelline Sensational Liquid Lipstick. I have done a swatch video with 13 shades, if I remember correctly, which I'm going to link in over here for you. That was a very surprising video, because when I tried this on, I mean, I like Maybelline lipsticks in general, but I loved this formula. So this formula is definitely something I would highly, highly, highly recommend. In that video, you'll also see expressions of me telling you which shades I liked more than others. And then this second lipstick again is just something I discovered by sheer fluke. I did a video for you guys on lipsticks, first impressions on lipsticks under 150 rupees. I did this video just on a whim, and the Blue Heaven liquid lipstick left me amazed. Okay, I kind of am planning to go back and buy this in like more shades. I know that they have quite a few shades out there to buy this in. It's a beautiful drying down into matte. If you just kind of increase the price of this and put this into better packaging, this is something that just could look really luxy on the lips. It's that good. I don't know much about the ingredients, I should put that out there, and I don't know much about the brand either, to be honest. But from the application point of view, from the transfer proofability, this was like 105 rupees if I remember correctly. I am of course bringing up all of the prices on the screen over here, so you'll know for sure. But I was very amazed. So I'm kind of giving these two as options to you over here. Now, I was kind of contemplating, should I put lip pencils into this video? Should I not put lip pencils into this video? So I have not put lip pencils into this video, because I realized that when you're starting out, you don't really care enough about lip pencils. That comes at a much later time. Tell me what you think about that decision of mine down below in the comments. Okay, I have one last product. I should get that out of the way. Okay, the last product I have over here is the Sugar Grand Finale Mist. There is construction background music that has started literally towards the end of this video. I apologize for it and sincerely hope that you can hear me over it. This is a setting mist, and it's actually available in 3 different variants. They have it in dewy, matte, and I believe they have it in a highlighting mist as well. I will go ahead and link all of the products I've mentioned in this video down below in the info box. The version of the setting mist that I have tried is the matte one. I'm a huge fan of both matte and dewy finishes. I cannot pick one over the other. But if you can, then this is one mist that in the matte I have really loved. loved. And Sugar as a brand also is something that I do trust, so I think you can go ahead and try the dewy one as well if that is your preference. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my cart after filming this video, now that I'm saying it out loud. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. There's a lot of thought that did go into it, so I really hope you guys will hit that like button down below, and also turn those bell notifications on. Keep coming back to me for more videos, because I upload 4 videos here on my main channel, and I also have a Hindi channel that you can go ahead and check out. The Wear Fam comment shout out for today goes to Kanaka Pandit. Guys, thank you so much for always talking to me in the comments. You know I'm always reading, liking, hearting, and responding to every single comment here in the videos. I make it a point to do that because you, my Wear Fam, are really important to me. So if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, hopefully you will officially join the Wear Fam. And I also have a little community page linked down below. Make sure you guys check that out and come join that group, because it's a little bit of a girl talk that we do over there, and I think it's just a really fun place to be. I've been enjoying it a fair bit. Thank you so much for watching this, you guys. All the products are linked below for you. I love you all so much. See you in the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.